Hi everybody, it's Thursday again. Change, change, change. And that's the subject tonight. We are going to be talking about change, changes. Are you the kind of person who's apprehensive about change? Are you perhaps cautious, fearful, scared of upsetting the apple cart, of bringing in changes into your life? How do you feel about change? This is the topic tonight, and welcome on board. Looking forward to this conversation because I know coming up to the end of the year, a lot of people are thinking about change, wanting change, dreaming about change, but feel apprehensive, cautious, uncertain about making changes in their lives. So let's talk about change tonight. Welcome on board, everybody. Please do let me know that you're here and make your comments, put across your opinions. Let me see what you're thinking as well. Let's have a chat about this. So I am Georgia. I'm a speaker and a writer, and I'm really passionate about encouraging and mentoring women to be heard, understood, and believed, because I think those are the three things we really need now: to be heard, to be understood, and believed. And there are great things happening in the world at the moment. The Me Too movement, which made it onto the Time magazine front page last night. I hope you're going to buy it. I hope you're going to read the article. I think that's fantastic that more women are speaking up and out. And are they brave and courageous? And doesn't that give us the incentive to get up and be heard, understood, and believed? So welcome on board. And I hope that you're going to be joining in. I see there are people there, but no names so far. Anyway, you're very welcome. And if you're catching the replay and watching this later, I know that you're also going to make some comments and put your thoughts and ideas in. You're all very welcome. So let's talk about change. And how do you feel about it? Is it something that you approach with apprehension? Are you fearful about it? Is it something that you think you do easily? Are you worried about change? Do you think that you will upset people if you make changes in your life? Is it something that's traditional for you? Is it one of your customs? Are you one of these people, let's not rock the boat, let's not stir things up, it's okay as it is, it's been working really well like this for a while? Do you think like that? Are you one of these people that feel that if you change something, it's going to get worse? What do you say? Anybody out there saying anything? Going to make some comments? I see there's people on, but I don't know who they are. So I'll hope that you're going to make a comment soon so we can chat. This is the whole idea. So, we are embedded with these ideas that we shouldn't change anything. That our family rules, the moral of the day, the religious codes tell us that, if it's good, if it's working, if it's, what's that thing about not being broke, then why bother changing it? But we very often miss out when we have that attitude. So let's talk about that. Let's look at those traditional ideas that stop us from moving forward, because we may think, oh, well, we're going to keep that old coffee pot because it's sentimental reasons. Yes, keep your old coffee pot if it's still working, but don't close your mind off to things that progress you, that take you forward in your life, that show you a new road, that might help you in your business in the future, or that will help you with your relationships in the future. These are the things that we're going to look into today. So, who have we got on? Anybody there today? I see there's, I can't see anybody's names, but sometimes that happens with Facebook. So, I'm going to have a quick peep at my notes while you get your pens out. Yeah, people are afraid to change the rules in their life. Sometimes you think that something is working well, why should you change it? And that's when the problems start, you know, because you do need to go with the flow. You need to upgrade and revamp and revise and repurpose your business and your relationships. And I think we'll come to relationships in a minute, because I think that's another special thing, how we get stuck in relationships because we're fearful of change. But, you know, in our business, how important it is to look at what's happening outside there in the big world, because, you know, we really do need to keep up with technology for a start, to find out new ways of doing things. And they are always upgrading anyway, uplifting, upgrading. So we need to keep in the loop. And we only have to look around us at nature to see how much change happens all the time, every day, every place that we go. We are surrounded by growth, change, development. And it's such a strange thing how much we deny it in our own personal lives. Don't you think so? What do you think? What's your opinion about that? I found some really good quotes this week. You might have seen them on the page, the Tribe page. And another one that I really like is, if you can change your mind, you can change your life. If you can change your mind, you can change your life. And so that gives us an idea of how much we can control and change things with our mind, with our thoughts. There's so many possibilities that we can do, you know, to change our mind, our mindset, our way of thinking, by looking at something in a different way. So, you know, I wanted to talk about the relationship things while you're all trying to find your pens. Nobody's scribbling tonight, I see. Okay. So if you think about it, the number of people, especially women, that I've come across who say to me, I'm really scared of leaving this relationship because I'm going to be lonely. I'm going to be missing out on things. I'm going to be lonely. So I better stay in this relationship. And it's not doing me any good. It's not good for me. I'm not happy in it, but I'm scared to leave it because I'm going to be alone. And yet, in actual fact, they are lonely, or I have been lonely. Let's say personal. I have been lonely in a relationship that I was too scared to leave of in case I would be lonely. It's just so crazy what we do to ourselves, to say that to ourselves. I just, you know, how many of us do that? We're just too scared to admit that it's the fear that's holding us back, not the change. Has that happened to you? Have you been in that situation as well? Do you get that? Does that happen to you? I don't know. You're going to have to tell me. Somebody's going to have to tell me. So, you know, the great and wonderful Marianne Williamson, I know that there's a few people out there who follow her. Marianne Williamson says, our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate, that we are powerful beyond measure. So it's not our inadequacy we're fearful of, but our powerfulness. And that is all rooted in our inability to change and to recognize that there are so many things that we can learn and develop and grow into if we find change a little bit easier, if we don't see the fearfulness of it, if we don't feel the loss of it. What do you think? Are you with me on that one? So I know that change is not encouraged by many of the institutions that we spend our childhood in. You know, why should we change it if it's working? We've all heard those things before. And so we remain in these stale and uncomfortable positions because we're too scared to change. Now, I've got something in my nail here. And then we feel behind because we didn't change. We feel we've lost out. It's too late. We should stop now because we can't get on anywhere. We're not going to benefit from it because it's too late. We're losing out. That's what happens when we don't go with the flow, because nature is changing all the time. We are changing all the time. That minute has gone. When I started a few minutes ago, that's gone. It's all past. We are changing all the time, and it's something to cherish. It's something to nourish and flourish, because change is a beautiful thing. That's my opinion, and that's what I'm going to try to share with you this evening. So we're not getting comments through now. Is that a Facebook thing? Anybody? I see some little emojis coming up all over the place, but okay. So I'll tell you a personal story of mine that I remember when, I used to be a saxophone player. It was my profession for many years, and a great time that I had to. But then I had the opportunity through one or other situation to become a performance poet. And I remember the first time that I got up on stage to read my work, and there was nothing I could put into my mouth, like the saxophone. I had nothing to hide behind. I just had to go for it. I had nowhere to hide. All my words were coming out. My feelings, my thoughts, my ideas, my personal opinions were all coming out in words. And it was really scary. It was a big change for me not to have this thing in my mouth, my saxophone, so that I could play and not talk. And that soon changed because I started to love being on the stage and being able to express myself in a different way. It was a different type of creative energy. Have you experienced that? Where you just change your energy up and express yourself in another way? That's something that I did, and it was scary, and I was doubtful, and I was uncertain. I was stepping into the unknown, all those things that we fear about change. And yet, there was excitement there too. I felt a certain excitement. So it was scary and exciting, and those two fabulous words is what I carry with me now when I think about change. Now, I'm not talking about change for the sake of it, because we should change because, well, everybody else is changing, so let's change too. No, I don't mean that. I mean being aware of what is happening in our life and seeing that in our relationships or our business deals, could it be better? Could I improve? How can I make this work for me better? How can I make this work for my clients better? How can I serve my community better? How can I provide more value? What do I need to do more? What can I do more to improve? These are changes. These are the things that we can share and benefit from, that we benefit from, and in turn, our clients, our friends, our close and personal relationships will benefit from in so many ways. Don't you think so? So I think that's really important to think about, looking at the positive side of change and not seeing it as something that's going to make things worse for us. Don't you think it could make things better for us? So here's another little story. I think about all the achievements that I've had this year. Thank you for the hearts. I think about all the achievements that I've had this year. Things I didn't know at the beginning of the year. I was scared to do. Starting, especially with the technology, I thought, oh, I don't know if you fear some technological stuff, but a lot of it has actually made my life easier by being brave, scary and brave, excitedly, scarily brave, trying new things. And it has made a big difference for me. And I think, wow, what an achievement. that was because I had the courage to make those changes. I listened to my friends and advisors. I invested in some good coaching and mentoring because I believe in that. I think, everybody who's growing and developing needs somebody to guide them and to help them. We all have our mentors or coaches. Sometimes we read about it, sometimes we watch videos about them, sometimes we pay them for some extra special help. I've done a lot of I've invested a lot of money myself to help me grow and change, to become a better mentor, to have more to give as a coach, as a writer, as a speaker. And that builds my confidence in the process. And therefore, I'm able to give more. And that's just the most wonderful thing, when you can make those changes in your life and then everybody benefits from it. And this is what I love doing. This is really my passion or my mission, is to get women up on that platform, that stage, video stage or page, so that they can express themselves, be heard, understood, and believed. I know that the lovely Lucinda was talking about breaking the silence, and I think that's very important too, having a voice, having a voice that expresses your thoughts and feelings, and that requires changes. That requires you to step up and stand out and be brave to make the changes in your life, so that you have the courage, the confidence, the charisma, the personality to express yourself the way you want to express yourself. Thank you so much for those lovely hearts. I can't see the comments. I don't know why. It's just one of those things. Okay, we'll look at those later. So, I really think that's very important, that we look at that positive side of the benefits, because if I look back over the year and see those scary changes that I've made and the achievements, my accomplishments, getting to know some wonderful new people out there, and that has all been down to making changes and looking at it as a positive thing. Yeah, okay, we all get a bit scared, we all get a bit fearful. And what's the worst that can happen? Really, what's the worst that can happen? Not a lot, huh? So it is about respecting that we do grow and learn all the time, that we develop and cherish, and change is part of nature, and we all are part of Mother Nature, aren't we? We're all beautiful, budding females, trying to spread our message, our ideas worth spreading, our values, our gifts, our talents, the things that we've been through that we want to share with each other. And that is all part of, the growing process, the changing process. So it is about changing your mindset. That's the crucial thing. Do you see the glass half full? Do you see it as half empty? What would happen if you changed your mind and saw something as half full, and that you had that much more to learn and that much more to give and that much more to offer? Wouldn't that be a wonderful change in your mindset, to think of things like that? I know it worked for me, to look at things as half full and then think, oh, so much more to learn. How exciting. Oh, I wonder what's around the corner. Instead of focusing on the loss and the fear of the unknown and the uncertain. I just think it's such a sad thing to focus on so many negative things. I often avoid looking in detail at the news because it's so negative. And the real issues are just not really handled, are they? The global war against women, that's one of my big pet injustice, hates. The global war against women, and so little talked about. And when women get up to talk about it, we're just not heard, we're not understood, we're not believed. And that's got to change, hasn't it? So if you feel this is something that you need to change up in your life, if there's something that you feel that you are resisting, if you feel that you've got obstacles that you need clearing, well then, I'm somebody who could help you, because I've got a lot of life experience. I've been through many things myself. I've come out the other way, the other side, the other way. I've come out the other side. And look, I'm a happy person. I really am. And so I've got these supersonic laser sessions to help you burst through those obstacles, fight back and push aside your resistances so that you can get up, be heard, understood, and believed. Spread your idea worth spreading. Get up onto the video, the stage, or the page to let the world know your personal story, your message, express your talent. So if you want to work with me, I would love to help you, to mentor you, to show you and encourage you. I believe in encouragement being a big part of coaching. It's encouragement, it's bringing out the best in you. And that's something that I would love to help you with. So if this resonates with you, if you feel that I'm the person who could take you forward and help you change to become the charismatic, energetic personality that you really are, then click on my website, pick up on that chat button, send me a little message, private message. You've got my details, haven't you? Would love to connect with you and mentor you and show you how you can really shine, be heard, understood, believed, and make those changes in this world that you've got brewing inside you, that you just need a little boost of energy, a little bit of confidence to get you going. So as I'm not seeing any comments, this is feeling very strange tonight. Change, is Facebook changing everything? But I will soon find out when I finish the video and see whose comments have come up. So if you're catching the replay, put in your comments and I'll get back to you later. I'll get back to every single one of you anyway. And if you've got any questions about this, or this is something that you feel that you'd like to work on further, you know where to find me. I thank all of you for being with me tonight. And I'm going to leave you with a lovely saying from Bob Proctor, as one of my favorite mentors. I follow him quite well. I have several of his wonderful books. So Bob Proctor says, change is inevitable, but personal growth is a choice. Change is inevitable, but personal growth is a choice. And actually, if you think about it, practically everything in our life is about choice. You don't have to do anything. You choose to do it. You make choices in your life. So be aware of those choices, and changes will happen with pleasure and joy. So that's a really important thing to remember, that you have choice. And when you have choice, you can make changes. And if things don't work out the way you thought at first, still see the positive side, because there's always something to learn from it. There's always something to gain and to benefit. There's always something that you can see that's taking you one step further on the road, on the path, on the journey in your life. And maybe you'll just go, I'm going to learn from this. Or maybe you'll laugh. Maybe you'll laugh at what happened and you think, oh my God. But see the positive, be grateful, be happy about it. You know, life is too short to be uncomfortable, and life is too short to be miserable. So find the joy in life. You were talking about that earlier, Lucinda. Find the joy in life and carry that with you. Take it from the deep, take it from the heart, and carry that with you. And be brave with your changes. Enjoy them. Have fun with them. That's what I do. Scary but exciting. And come and talk to me about it. I'd love to hear your opinions and ideas. So we are coming up to the end of the show today, and I thank you all for being with me and sending me those hearts and thumbs, or whatever they are, those little blue things that pop across the screen. Next week, we are drawing to the end of the year, so there's only a couple more weeks left, and I know people will be eating and traveling and drinking and eating and more eating and doing different things. But I will be here, as usual, and looking forward to seeing you all next week. Keep an eye on what's going on in the Tribe page. Next week, I'm going to be talking about money. Money, money, money. And what do we do about money? And how do we feel about money? And let's not be guilty about having money. Why money is good for you. Money grows and flows. And it only flows when it grows. And it only grows when you let it flow. And that means giving. So I'm going to love you and leave you. I wish you a beautiful evening. This is me, Georgia, signing out. Thank you so much for being with me. Wish you all a beautiful evening. Ciao for now.